Hey guys, welcome to my first ever sort of build through. It's going to be a build through on the trumpeter Tiger 1 weight production with Sim in it. It's going to be a sort of build through tutorial sort of build, that's what I'm sort of planning. I'm going to be building Michael Vickman's 205 in Normandy, but I'm going to be doing it as a sort of tutorial build. So in this particular video I'm going to be showing you what my normal preparation for is in a build, what tools I usually use for every build, and some other tools, some of the specialist tools that I also use. So without further ado, let's get started. I've got a drink sitting here as well because I'm loaded with a cold, so I'm going to take regular drinks. So that is that. So to start off with, my model kits I normally use. When I take the sprues out and I've looked at them, I usually wrap some of this stuff around it, and I use a Sharpie marker and write the name of the sprue on it. And that was a tip I learned from my good friend Steve Mottram, who after I seen him do that, I was like, wow. And I've done it ever since. I used to spend hours and hours, especially if you're building dragon kits and you're raking through the box and you can't find the particular sprue. And sometimes the dragon kits have got three sprues of sprue A or F or something like that, so definitely one for that. You don't need any specialist type of masking tape either, just pound shot. You normally get 3 for £1, and just a little bit off, make a sort of double on the sprue, and write the. In fact, I should have one here. That is ready. Got one here. As an example there. That is meant to be sprue G, I think it is. But I kind of messed it up. But that's what I'm talking about. I'll always label my sprues now. So I don't have any problems with that anymore. That's the first thing I will always do before I embark on a build. The next thing you're going to need is something to cut the parts out with. Now normally that would be your hobby blade, normally a number 11 blade. It doesn't have to be an expensive one. I mean, I got this one from Aldi, comes with a scabbard. I got this set for, I think it was £3, and it came with other blades and bits and bobs, but it's normally a number 11 blade that you use. But it's not just used for cutting parts, it's used for a whole manner of things that I'm hoping to show you over the course of these videos. So that's the hobby blade. You can also use these. I've just started using these ones. Actually, with the Tiger, I was sent these from Dave Coley, sprue cutters, and I had got. Hold on to get them. They're sitting right here. These are my old pair, and I had these for 2 years, constantly. And I got these, thinking they were about £15 off of eBay. And I did used to use the old sort of wire cutter style ones, but after I went to in fact I'm not sure if I've got any there. I can't put my hands on them right now, but I did just use the wire cutter ones, and from the moment I started using sprue cutters I was like, game's a bogey. And I wouldn't go back. It's just something I wouldn't go without now. Another thing that I use is nail clippers, and it saves me. Sometimes I even cut parts out with them, and sometimes it saves you a hell of a lot of sanding. You've got to be careful with them because sometimes they'll leave a little bevel on them, but you get the large ones, the medium ones, and the baby size ones. So that's what I use for cutting my parts out, and they save you a hell of a lot of sanding. So that's cutting, and also after you've cut the parts you're going to need a file. Now I've got loads of files. I've got all different types of sanding sponges. These are called thinny sticks. They're good for getting into angles, but you've also got bigger ones. You've got buffers and stuff as well, even sanding sponges. And they all have different courses to them as well. It doesn't matter what kind of sanders you go for. When you can go for ones out the pound shop, the emery boards, or you can go for the ones that you get in a chemist or something like that. So it doesn't matter what kind of file you need, what kind of file you have, but as long as you have one, because it's important. I use metal files for sanding PE. I did used to use the metal files for plastic, and they're good for plastic as well, don't get me wrong, but I found that they blunt very quickly, so I use them specifically for photo etch now. And there's also another one there that's a nail file. Again, I actually used to use these type. I used to heat this part when I was doing tracks. The old 70s style ones, the Tamiya ones, where you used to heat the metal. They had you doing it with a screw. I used to heat this thing up and then put it in the sprue and melt them together. So that's what I used to use them for, but it's just another file. Mostly use them for my nails now, which they're properly meant to be used for. So I don't know why that's sitting there. Another little tool I've got for the sanding side of things is one of these, and this is a dental scraper tool, and it's the exact same thing as a modelling chisel. I seen one of my friends had ordered, I think it was the trumpeter ones, and I think they were about £12 a pop. When I got a whole set of dental tools, I think it was 12 tools, and there's all sorts of hold on, should have them here, some of them. There's all sorts of scrapers and grabbers and shapers and all sorts of things. But I got these for a set on eBay, and it was around about £6, and I used this all the time. Little scraping, like bits of plastic that have been left on and stuff like that. And these are very handy as well. See, for getting smaller parts into areas and that, brilliant. So that's what I use them for. But I've just tidied the down some, stick them back in there where they go. So that is that chisel. Now, obviously, you're going to need something to glue the parts. Now, you've probably, if you watch modelling videos, you've probably seen this stuff. This is Tamiya extra thin, and it's probably the top of the league right now in terms of people and their glues. That's the extra thin stuff. You can get extra thin, I think it's called, and it's a quicker setting solution stuff. The other one I've got is Mr. Hobby, Mr. Cement S. Again, very good. It's the same sort of style as that. Sort of capillary action. So that's a good one as well. And the other two that I have, well, that one is actually Tamiya extra thin. and with bits of sprue it creates a filler, sort of putty, and it's gloopy and stuff. I think I actually put too much in, so maybe I need another glue just to balance it out, but that is sprue glue they call it, or sprue glue. For stronger bonds, for bigger things than that, I use the white cap Tamiya cement. There are different labels, there's like orange and stuff like that. I can't remember for the life of me what that one's for. I think it's maybe something to do with the environment or something like that. I can't remember, guys. I'd be lying if I said for positive. And I also use that, which is the Revell contactor glue. The problem we sometimes get with this, in fact I think mine is there as well, I don't know if you can see it, is it's blocked at the top, which is a common problem with these tube style glues. Now you can either, oh, mine's actually isn't blocked. There you go. You can actually force it out, but another technique to unblock these things is to hold a cigarette lighter underneath the tube and just to heat the tube, and then squeeze the glue and it will start to smoke and it will come out at the end, but then your glue will be, also don't put it straight in your model because you might burn it. But that is that. That's what I use for stronger bonds and stuff. The other thing you're going to need, this is called a pin vise, and I got this in a modern tool set I got the first time when I was in the hobby, and it's still alive and kicking today. I got this when I was 8 years old, and this thing comes apart and you can put all different size of drill bits in them, and these are essential for drilling holes in your kits and doing a whole range of stuff. Could also mount a figure on it if you so wished. I've made a figure painting tool today out of one of my tank holder thingies. You get a link on how to make it on Mike Gone's channel. It's called his holder thingy. That's what he called the video. So check that out, and I'll be putting a video up on how I made the figure painting one, because our company has put out one and it's absolutely crazy prices for something that is extremely simple and easy to make without spending excess amounts of money. It's one of the things that peeves me off when I see people taking the piss out of what some would call people ignorant to certain things, and they see things and they go, oh, I need that, and we've all been guilty of it. I don't think there's anyone that can sit here and say that they haven't bought a tool or a book or a kit on an impulse and then realise that you've been had. But anyway, that's me delving into things that don't concern this video. That's the pin vise, and the other thing you're going to need is a putty, actual putty, not the sprue glue. But this is Tamiya's basic putty, and again you can get different types of this stuff. I've also seen people use green stuff. It's what I think people used to use for zimming it, with varying degrees of success. There's also the Vallejo plastic putty. I haven't used it yet, so I couldn't tell you whether that's any good or not. But there's Tamiya, there's Mr. Hobby. Some people even use milliput. I've actually joined that. Some people use milliput for their putty and stuff, so as long as it's okay with plastic, that's the one that you really need to make sure, because you don't want something that's going to burn the plastic. You watch a 28-year-old man wrestle a cardboard box and then he's going to build a model kit. The other ones that I've got, this is Mr. Surfacer. This is the 1500 black. It's good for panel lines and stuff and filling smaller stuff. I've also got this, which is Mr. Dissolve Putty, which it's a liquid form of putty that I put on my brush, and it's pretty good as well. Sometimes you do have to put a couple of layers on, so just keep that in mind. And it does stink a bit, so you maybe need to open a window when you're using that kind of stuff. Over here, that's not the brush that I use, so forget what I was saying there. Other thing that you're going to need if you're working with PE is this is your ordinary tube style super glue, which is shit. Most of the time these things are garbage and don't work. I've never had good experience with them. I know others who have. I haven't. For me, they always dry too quickly, or they dry your hands and you're like, oh fuck. So, garbage. I went on to Zap, and that's the slow Zap-A-Gap. It's a slow cure, high strength, and it is you can actually fill gaps with this as well. I think this one takes like 20 to 25 seconds to cure. The other one's the medium stuff, and I think I do have one here somewhere maybe. This is the medium Zap-A-Gap, and again there's a thinner one than this. This virtually bonds anything, which I can attest to because it bonds your fingers. Works on oily surfaces, and I think you've got about maybe 5 to 10 seconds for this one, so you need to be careful when you're using it. But the problem you'll have with CA glue is that they all, when they dry and they go all horrible, you need to drill them to get the CA glue out. I went on to this, which is Bob Smith Industries CA glue. This is extra thick stuff, and it gives you 10 to 25 seconds to work with it. It works in ceramics, plastics, hardwoods. So I think that's the kind of in thing just now in the modelling community, is the Bob Smith stuff. I do have a tool thing coming today. It's I can't even remember, it's an army painter thing that's coming, and it's got their super glue in it, so I'll be able to compare that one as well. Another thing I've normally got sitting is a bottle of tap water for cleaning spillages and stuff. I'll let that dry and then sand it. A little bit of glue on the bench. Also got water in a spray bottle, which is good as well, because you've no idea how many times you'll knock something over and you'll be cussing and swearing and stuff. Another thing that's handy is cocktail sticks. I use these surprisingly a lot. Use them for applying CA glue and you know, put mounting things for painting, stuff like that. Another thing I've got that's really handy is this thing. It is a PE grabber pencil, and it's a wax pencil, so really you could probably get a wax pencil and probably do the same job, but it is very handy for picking up extremely small parts and placing them on the model and working with them. So again, that's a really good tool. Another thing you're going to need is clamps. You can use your standard household bag, or you can use, I've dropped it. Oh. You can use these ones. You can get a set on eBay. I use them to hold my flag that is attached to the bench. Another tip that I got off Mike Cohen, and then if I'm working away and any of the parts come out, then it's going to be caught in the flag and I won't lose it to the carpet monster, who, if this is the first time you're building a model, you will no doubt meet in due course, and that's when you'll start swearing and things and getting annoyed. So those are the basic tools that I use for building every kit, and that's basically what I use. Later on you might go on to things like this. That's a photo etch bending tool, and it's got a variety of good uses, so I use that a lot. Another one that I got was this. This is from Dragon Badger Models. It's a little track maker tool thing. So you put it out and then you clamp it and glue your tracks together. I haven't actually used it yet, but it was like £3 on eBay and I was like, yeah, I'll take one. Also got a bending tool on the camera mount here. Again, it was £2, so I thought, yeah, give me one of those. The actual company ones of these, I'm not sure who does them. I might be wrong, it might be our models or RP Tools or something like that, but theirs is about 20 to 30 quid at least. So again, £3 or pay the premium. I know what I would rather do. The other one I've got, that's for as your skills develop. This is a wire assist. It's a bending comb, and this is from Small Shop in the USA. You can see those little these here. They are wire grab handle sizes, and what you're supposed to do is your soft copper wire or brass wire, you're supposed to heat the wire up and then bend it and put the wire in these holes and then pull it, and then you'll get the size of grab handle that you're looking for every time. So that's another good tool. It was bloody expensive, I'll tell you that, but the one I was looking at was out of stock and it was about £10 cheaper. But sometimes you need to speculate to accumulate, I suppose. The other thing I've got kicking about is some thin wire. Again, you can use that for making barbed wire or grab handles and stuff like that. So that's what I use that for. And yeah, that's basically it. That's the mug of all my sanders, different courses and buffers and whatnot. So it's always good to have, and as you get more into the hobby you'll pick up your own supply of tools and whatnot, and some tools you'll use, some tools you won't, some tools will sit there for an inundated amount of time and you'll never use them. Others you'll pay cheap for and use them all the time. Here is my board for my instructions, another handy piece of equipment that I use more than often than anything else, and really that's it. Another thing, another little tip I'll give you is always have a good supply of these. These are replacement number 11 blades. and without them your hobby blade gets blunt. And another thing, don't be afraid to replace these. If you feel that it's maybe time to get replacing them, then by all means do it, because the more these things wear, the more dangerous they become. As I learned to my horror one time, I was cutting something out, and I'd noticed the blade sort of browning a little bit. I didn't think anything of it, and then I went to cut something and the blade snapped and it whizzed by my face. I was like, oh shit. So again, don't be afraid to replace those. And what I do when I'm replacing them, if I've got an empty drinks can or something, I'll put the old blade in it and then crush it down and put it in the bin. It's just safer that way, safer for everyone involved. So, not sure how long I've been rabbiting on for. That's about 26 minutes. So I hope this is helpful to people. Some people maybe more advanced will maybe take something from this. Maybe they won't, but the next video will probably be tomorrow, and that'll be me on the actual build. The first stages of the whole tub were just putting the drive mountings on, and the rear tow hooks. So tomorrow it'll be things like the Zimmer and stuff like that. With the first stages of the Zimmer going on, and that'll be us well on my way. So thanks for listening, guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.